Welcome back to Blueprint Bootcamp Tournament Edition. Today we're going to be talking about drawing number 13, the chuck. So stay tuned. All right, so this week on Blueprint Bootcamp, we're going to be talking about number 13, which is the chuck. It's a very simple part, something you'll see all over in the machining world. We got some through holes, we got some slots that go all the way through, but not in the same direction. So if we go ahead and jump on over to our drawing, we'll kind of see what we're dealing with. So for starters, we'll come on over here to the bottom, and we know that we need to do, our unit system is going to be millimeters and grams. So we'll need to change those units first off. We're going to be making this out of 1060 aluminum alloy. It is a tier 3 part. And so if we take a look at this thing, you'll see that we kind of have an overall top shape and then of a circle. So we'll have a 20 millimeter diameter with a 12 millimeter through hole, all symmetrical. And then if we come down over here, there we go. You'll see we have overall depth of 20 millimeters with a 4 millimeter slot that goes down 12 inches, or 12 millimeters, and I'll show you how to do that. Come on over here to our hole on the side. It's going to be 5.5 millimeters down, centered on that middle, and we're going to have a 5 millimeter hole. And we need to find out overall what our mass is in terms of grams. So what is our weight in grams with a tolerance of plus or minus 0.01 grams. So we're getting a little tighter on those tolerances, but overall a pretty darn good part to try out. So let's go ahead and jump on into Onshape and we will get started. All right, once we are in Onshape, again, first thing we need to do is change our units. So we're going to go from workspace units up here, from inches to millimeters, and pounds to grams. Now, if you already draw in millimeters as your default, you do not have to do this step. So first thing we're going to do, we're going to click our top plane, Shift and S to start that sketch, N to normalize. And I like hiding those planes by pressing P. So P to hide those planes. Next step, I'm going to draw a circle. That outer circle needs to be 20, 20. And if you've zoomed out too far, a cool trick, you could press F on your keyboard and that'll fit everything to your screen. So without letting go of the circle, I'm going to draw another one. Remember, we're doing this for speed, and that one needs to be a 12 millimeter circle. I'm going to extrude, Shift and E that whole part. And this time I'm going to tell this to be 20 instead of 25. Go ahead and press enter a few times to bring that guy to 3D. Next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to start my planes, and I'm going to turn my planes back on, but I think I'm going to start with my hole. So I'm going to choose the front plane, Shift and S, and I'm going to draw a circle. So we'll go ahead and track from that origin right down the center. I'm going to say this needs to be 5, and I'm going to select D for dimension, select my center point and my top until that needs to be 5.5 away from the top. At this point, I would press Shift and E, and if we come over the top, you'll see it's trying to add that. So what we can do here is if we click remove, and you'll see now it's going to be cutting a hole through, but we want it to go both directions. So we'll say symmetric, and that's a good place to stop right there. I can just leave it as is, but if I were to end up making this bigger in the future, I always want that hole to go through everything. So I'm going to just future-proof this drawing and make that say through all. If you're in the tournament doing stuff, you probably don't want to do that because it's going to waste some time. But now we have our hole that goes through everything, through all hole. Next, I'm going to draw my slot. Now, some of you guys might want to draw it from the side like this, and that's okay, but I like doing it from the top. It's a little bit easier, a little less dimensions you have to do. So Shift S on that top face. I'm going to click right here, and I'm going to do a center point rectangle by pressing the letter R. I'm going to go here, and I don't care how long it is, as long as it's bigger. And then I'm going to tell this one that it needs to be 4 wide, and because it's centered, I can then say Shift and E, again, remove, this time not through all, and we want that to only go down 12 millimeters, and we'll say okay. There is our finalized chuck part. Last thing I need to do is right click, assign material, TTT custom materials, and this time we are going to be that 1060 aluminum. We'll say okay. And now I check my mass, and my mass is 9.379. So we'll round that up to 938. And you can have a tolerance of plus or minus 0.01. So you can have as low as 937 and as high as 9.39 to be a acceptable answer. So my answer was 9379, which is 938. So anywhere from 937 to 939 falls within that range, and that's going to do it for us. So I want to kind of go back a step, though. I told you guys we could do to here, so I'm going to delete these two sketches, and I want to show you how you would draw this from the side. So we'll do a Shift S sketch on this right, and we're still going to do it, but this is kind of how I would do a center rectangle. So I would come up here, and then I actually kind of do this, and what I tell it is this needs to be 12, and then I take that point in there and I say coincide, and then I tell this the measurement that it needs to be 4. Then I can extrude, remove through all, like such. So you end up with the same exact geometry. Again, I'll show you. If we do my weight, I still end up with 9379. So it's the same exact idea, but it's however you want to go about drawing it. So that's going to do it for us today. Hopefully you guys are learning some stuff through this. I know some of you guys are trying out some CAD practice stuff, and you're getting better at that, but I just want to go back and give you guys some more practice on these old Blueprint Bootcamp, our old high school heroes tournament. So if you have any questions on how to get some stuff done, I know I want to start doing some stuff on 3D printing. I think I'm going to do a couple more in this series, and then we will jump into that type of setting. So I'm working on trying to get some more 3D printers, and also to get some more 3D printing content out to you guys. So that's going to do it for us. I hope you guys have a good weekend, a good week. You guys take care.